What's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the NDA podcast. Today, I'm joined by Kevin and Wex, and we're going to be talking about the Week 5 matchups that just happened and taking a further look into the Week 6 matchups that are about to happen. But first and foremost, thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Wex, for joining me today.
Wex on the mobile device today.
Hey yo, I'm still in bed. I'm just sitting in bed on my phone because I don't have any power. Let's go.
Yeah,
Bless
I mean,
that.
schedule maintenance kind of blowy, but we move. The show still goes on. That's what
It do be.
Do be like that.
They really do. Yeah, and without further ado, let's just jump into the first matchup of the.
Do we have to?
Yeah, we do, because it's a great matchup. It's Gummy just absolutely obliterating.
Right. Whoa. Let's easy there.
It's Gummy.
So basically,
turning into Wolfie.
boys and girls, the moral of the story is get a better prep partner. I think that's.
Wow.
Because
Listen,
a better prep partner. No, it's honestly my fault.
Game 3, you should have won. You didn't go for a max airstream of Flygon, and you went for a max Quake instead, where I think that max airstream probably would have killed. So that's all I have to say about that. I think that would have been better. You would have had speed control at that point. You would have been faster, and you would have been able to do more moves. So I don't know. That's just me.
I don't know how I feel about that statement. No, but it's honestly my fault. I should have solved the. I remember in prep, I should have just protected with Riolu and just clicked Trick Room or Uniclus. He was double targeting the copycat Riolu. I should have just, I should have just protected and clicked it myself. So feels bad. Justin, when are you saying I should have clicked Airstream? Oh, into the
Game 3 into Venusaur.
Turn 2?
Not sure if it turn 2 or turn 3, but it was...
Yeah, it was turn 2. I didn't get an attack off turn 3.
I
thought I would live a little... I got the Quake off, and then I still took 43%. I thought the special defense would come more handy, but I was wrong, apparently.
You're at the positioning where it really, as long as you got, because I think the first turn you went for a max Quake, no?
I Quaked the Jolteon expecting Venusaur to protect.
Yeah. At that point, I would have just been there's no reason to do another max Quake, because odds are if you get hit by another move, you're probably just going to be taking too much damage anyway. So you should just have opted for either A, the speed, or just, I don't know. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that might have been a better play.
That is fair.
But that's also in retrospect. But I was also saying that in my head while I was watching the match. So I don't know. Let's be honest. We both could have done certain turns differently and then maybe had different outcomes. But that's neither here nor there.
I mean, I think Gummy. I was very. I was very triggered at first. I needed to win this game, but when it comes down to it, I completely oversighted the quick attack. I knew it was a thing. Obviously, copycat copies the last used move. So I knew I just oversighted it in the moment. I just didn't even think about it, but I knew it was a thing. And fair play to Gummy for reading my simple brain. I should have just protected. And from there, without Trick Room, my offense was a little underwhelming. But Game 2, I'm proud of Flygon putting in work with fake tears. I like the adjustment I made. And yeah, like you said, Game 3, I guess I could have airstreamed there. But once Flygon went down, I couldn't bring in Barraskewda without Riolu coming in first. So I had Riolu and freaking support Grimmsnarl on the field. I mean, Grimmsnarl had some attacks, but Gummy was reading every single sucker punch, and I couldn't. It just feels bad. Gummy played really well, so I can't even be upset, man. Fair plays to Gummy. Gummy got his first win of the season against me, which I think was overdue. I mean, it's not like to say that was his first win and he played that well against me is like kind of surprising. Like he definitely has gotten a little unlucky over the course of the season. I mean, I wish it wasn't against me, but happy Gummy got off the mark this season.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he hadn't gotten a win up until week 5 is actually kind of crazy to think about, because we all know Gummy is a very solid VGC player, so at this point he should have had at least one. And, I mean, but what better fashion to get your first win than to win in a 3-setter against someone who's won the league before, so. I mean, if that doesn't prove the capabilities of the Gumster, I don't know what does.
I feel like Gummy he always usually puts himself in a good position. He preps decently well, and then like there's usually like one turn where he just loses all momentum and has to really struggle to get back into the game. So I was really, I mean, like I said, sucks that it was against me, but good to see Gummy finally get the ball rolling a little bit. Could he pull the Wex redemption arc after losing 4 games in a row?
With the addition of the play-in matches and only the bottom 4 not making it in, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity there. Also, he has 4 points. So he got 2 of playing you, but he also got 2 from the previous 4 games. So it's not awful, right? It could be a lot worse.
Everyone in the bottom 3 has 4 points because, to be honest, no one's playing bad. Everyone's playing really good this season. We'll get into like everyone else, how they got on this week. But yeah, at the bottom of the leaderboard it's not as clear cut as it was in past seasons.
Yeah, it's honestly kind of nutty how far we've come. That's good. It shows that this is our 6th season. Kind of makes sense. Everyone's really doing well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can go into our next match, which won't take long because it really didn't take long when it happened. This is this episode of San Diego Raichus versus Chicago White Squadrons is called Beat Up Gallade, the movie.
No, it wasn't even a movie. It was just like...
It was a short film.
It was a short. It was a YouTube short. It was a TikTok.
It was one of those where you...
It was a Vine.
It was one of those still frame ones where you take a picture and then you move, and then you take a picture and then move, and then like you show like the transition as it goes. Like...
those post-it art things?
Yeah, remember iCarly, where Spencer did the one with the space hamster?
Like clay motion.
Oh wait, stop motion.
Yeah, that one.
Like claymation stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah. But
did you guys have Wallace and Gromit in the US?
Yeah, I never watched it, but I knew what it was.
Okay, I didn't know if you guys had it over there.
No, not really. I saw a TikTok about Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm not really a fan of it. I would never have the patience to do anything like that. So,
back to the people that made that shit. Anyway,
patience of sake.
Mal just had nothing to stop Beat Up.
Yeah,
I really don't. I mean, no redirection, and his team isn't very fast. He really didn't bring much speed control. He brought Serena, I guess, to deal with Sableye. I mean, in theory, his lead is actually pretty good for Ryder's team, but just not the beat up strat, man.
Yeah, it was a massacre. And it was Keyberry as well.
Yeah, the fucking Keyberry.
Me and Kev prepped for Ryder's team a couple weeks back, and Kev used a Keyberry, and it completely fucked my head.
I thought it was Justin. I fucked up with the Keyberry, but it was shit. Okay.
You fucked me up.
Keyberry is a cool tech. Very cool tech.
I don't remember this Keyberry usage, but
yeah, I guess I did it against Wax. Basically, if you're self-procking the beat up, you just you throw on the Keyberry and you get a defense boost because the Keyberry basically gives +1 physical defense if you get hit by a physical move. It's just like a free defense boost. Very cool.
It's stupid.
It's not something you see often either.
No, it's very niche. I feel like you could only use it really with the beat up strat, or I
And
don't know.
only on
Maybe
some
like you could like proc your own unburden with a quick priority resisted move or something. I don't know.
Like a Meowstic using Sucker Punch into a Hawlucha.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Like that could be pretty cool. You do no damage, get the defense boost, proc the unburden, click acrobatics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the only scenarios I think it's like really useful. But it is. I mean, yeah, beat up Gallade the movie. I really don't know much more we can say about that. Ryder moves to 5-0, man.
Actually scary at this stage.
It's actually terrifying. Cause
it's actually even more scary when you think about, especially where me, Kevin, and Wex are on the standings. If we get,
don't say it,
bad
dude. Don't say
matchup,
it.
first round, we're all gonna cry because no one wants to be the 6th seed. Absolutely nobody.
No, it's
It's the 7 and 10 seed. Or no, it's the 8 and 9 seed.
Yeah, we're basically you don't want to be the 4, 5, or 8. Don't want to be the 4, 5.
Yeah.
Don't.
It's cursed.
Avoid Ryder in the playoffs at all costs.
I will throw to put myself in like the 6 seeds. I won't even lie.
Listen, to be the best, you have to beat the best. If you're avoiding Ryder just so you can get like a somewhat easier time to the final,
you're just avoiding him until the final. So you're hoping maybe someone knocks him out along the way. Like if someone gets like a.
It's like what happened in Kev's season when Quartz did the dirty work for him.
Yeah,
like, Quartz did the dirty work. Like, he's just built diff.
Hold on. Let me just make this point real quick. Normally, Ryder isn't as built different in the regular season.
Yeah, normally Ryder just kind of vibes
so maybe he's used all of his powers for the regular season. And
maybe he's so clear above everybody now that he's just gonna stomp everyone to the finish line.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't like that. I like my scenario better. Where
I do too. I like that one better, but I feel like the second one's probably more likely at this point.
It could just be
again, he hasn't played me yet, so he's never had a true challenge just yet.
I mean, me and Riolu both put up to him. We were the closest. Like, I feel like we were probably closest so far.
Yeah.
And that we have to specify who we think was the closest.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
Took a game off of him.
Same. Yeah, I 4-0'd him.
Wait, what?
We won't talk about how he 4-0'd me in game 3, but you know.
Oh, you did lead off with a 4-0. I forgot about that week too.
Dude would have beat Wex would have won if he targeted the right slot. That kind of sounds familiar for a game we can talk about later too.
Yeah.
We can move on to Quartz versus Swamp. I forget, Wex, do you have, I know you're on your phone. Do you have the predictions that we made last week by any chance?
Oh, God.
Because I don't remember what we called for this game.
The only ones that I remember were, I think, I got my game with Justin right. And then we all got Ryder right. I think the rest of us got every single game wrong.
So we called Swamp. Okay.
I think we called Swamp. Or did we? My mind is fried right now. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull up the podcast on the YouTube channel, which you should all go and watch because it was a good podcast last week.
Fair enough.
We didn't predict it because it already happened.
Right. That's why I couldn't remember our prediction.
Yeah.
Duh. It happened really early into the week.
Yeah, it happened on Monday and we recorded, I think, Tuesday.
Which is a shame because I think I would have called Quartz just because, Corviknight looks really good. I don't think.
But we suck, so.
Fair enough. I would like to call this battle Mirror Armor, the movie. I think like the Max was he clicking Darkness game 2 and it was like
Um,
lowering like the special
yeah.
defense was getting lowered, and it just let Charizard put in work. And like game 1, Ironhead was able to do a little more damage due to the defense drop. And yeah, basically Quartz didn't allow Trick Room game 1, and then it was like a slow burner. And then game 2, Trick Room went up, but Quartz just didn't care. Charizard was in too good of a spot, especially with the Mirror Armor special defense drops.
Yeah, I mean, he used Phantasm into the Charizard, but the defense drop just fell straight back on. The hiring. I was kind of intrigued to see like what would happen because Mirror Armor against Magic Bounce. Whereas Magic Bounce only for stats.
It just breaks the game. I can't speak English. It just breaks the game. They just go back and forth constantly.
Like, just completely breaks the game.
That or
just no one gets.
Yeah.
Or just Charizard just gets bullied. Just all falls on Charizard. Just like, hey, what did I do?
But
no, yeah. It was just some targeting things and like him using G-Max Smite into the Charizard slot.
in light screen, it just didn't do anything. Like the light screen was really good bring. It kind of hindered the weakness policy Hatterene a little bit. And yeah, I don't know if I guess he just clicked Phantasm rather than a resisted stab move. I don't know the calc on that, but
Why is there a Psychic type move?
Yeah, I don't know what he had. What Fairy, Ghost, Dark,
and Max Guard for Trick Room.
Did he have Max Flare?
No Max Flare. He had a Max Guard for Trick Room because the second game he did the copycat shenanigans.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. You're right. You right.
I mean, I can see where he's coming from, not using a Max Psychic or having a Psychic type move because there is Umbreon. You're not really hitting hard into anything except for, or not hitting hard, but it's only really stab boosted into like Charizard, Lapras as like the two main threats on the team.
Like it hits Como super effective, but why click Psychic when you can click the Fairy move? That's 4 times super effective.
Exactly. That's definitely the thought process, and it's probably also like you want the confusion so you can have that chance of them hitting themselves and
it's always a win con with the confusion shenanigans.
Yeah, so it's like I understand it, but I think Psychic probably would have done him a little better this week. But yeah,
would have helped him do the Zard damage for sure.
Yeah, and I thought Quartz was gonna lose that game 1 when I saw the analysis and confusion hit. I was like, dude, that sucks. That really sucks. And then he won. And I was like, oh.
And somehow Charizard was still faster than both of them. And was able to get the Airstream off. Kill the Pangoro. I thought it was kind of wild that the friggin'... How frail is Wishy-Washy, man? Like 1 max overgrowth from Charizard and it just got deleted.
Yeah,
that was kind of wild.
Bye-bye. Yeah, but like after that turn 4 literally... Corviknight and the Charizard hit themselves both in confusion. Charizard got hit by a Thunder Punch, got paralyzed, and then the Corviknight fainted from Mystical Fire. And I was like, damn, so that's how this game ends? Just some hacks? Obviously it didn't, but... Okay, buddy.
Yeah. Alright, well... Quartz is 4-1 now, man. Having a great season.
Yeah.
That would be his only loss.
That one was very unlucky, to be fair. I feel bad for him.
Get the hell out of here. But yeah, we should move. Who we got next? We have Griffin versus Riolu. Mm-hmm. This was a late night game on Sunday, and to, I guess, our predictions surprise, especially when I saw Griffin bring Wobbuffet, I was like, huh? what is going on here?
Why is he bringing Wobbuffet? I was like, okay, I respect it. But I mean, it's
Wobbuffet is the worst Pokemon in the world to come up against in a Nuzlocke, and it is just because it's so good. but in VGC, because you have 2 targets that can freely avoid the Wobbuffet, I think it might
It's
actually be the
slightly less.
worst
Yeah.
Pokemon of all time in VGC. Because usually just don't attack it until the end, and I think you're fine.
It's like, why would you have a reason
Like,
to?
what do you really do? Was it like set screen? I don't even know if it can set screens. Like, what does it do?
I know. I think probably gets safeguard. I feel like that's in my brain somewhere. It might be able to set screens. I honestly don't know what it does.
Anyway, I kind of just feel like Riolu couldn't. He didn't have anything for Colossal, man.
And I was like, Inteleon? How?
Bro,
Jesus.
Inteleon be hitting. Unless you're Justin, Inteleon be hitting them crits, bro.
Yeah, no, it doesn't hit for me. It doesn't hit for me.
There was one thing. Does Storm Drain not activate if it's on your side of the field?
No.
For some reason, I thought it did. Like, it worked like Lightning Rod. Like, it just attracted everything to it.
It does.
Because
No,
I swear,
are you sure?
I swear at the time, I think
No,
it was
because Inteleon's using Snipe Shot with
Did it use it
Gastrodon.
next to Gastrodon?
Yeah. And I was really confused. I was like, would that not? Like, I was like, would that not redirect to the Gastrodon?
Because of Sniper, it just goes, or I don't know.
Like, I don't know. Like, that was the one thing that I saw in the game that really just confused me. I was like, does that not like work like that? Or maybe I was like, maybe because he hit into a protected mon that the animation just act like nothing happened. Or I don't know. I was just really confused. Don't lie.
Yeah.
But then it hit the next turn, and I said, oh god, yeah, I don't know. That was one interaction that I was confused by in that game. But yeah, we'll test it out or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I mean, Colossal did a lot of the work, and then he adjusted game 2, brought in the Gastro, and Inteleon cleaned up shit in the back. Man, it was doing damage at Inteleon, dude. Them crits are crazy. I mean,
That's what Inteleon should be able to do, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, you would think, wouldn't you?
I mean, I think Pikachu was probably the right call from Riolu. I don't really know what he does differently. Like, as Pikachu Light Ball gets the coverage that he needs to deal with. I mean, maybe. I wonder what the speed calc is between Unburdened Hawlucha and +6 Colossal. I wonder the speed calc there.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. Like, Storm Drain forces all single target water moves to strike the Pokemon with this ability, including those used by allies. Yeah.
Maybe I think Snapshot might ignore it then. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up Snapshot right now. I'm just curious.
That's interesting. I'm gonna do the calc on Hawlucha and.
Oh
Colossal.
wait, yeah. Snapshot is unaffected by moves and ability effects that draw moves such as Follow Me and Storm Drain. Okay.
Now, did Griffin know that, or did he just?
No, I mean, I didn't know that, and I've had Inteleon on teams in the past. That's actually really good. I just genuinely didn't know that.
Well, that's like we can. I mean, we'll get there, but I was for prep. I was bringing Stalwart Duraludon because it was ignoring the Lightning Rod from Togedemaru.
Yeah, I was expecting. You know, we'll get into it later, but I was expecting it to come, and I didn't see it, and I was like, huh, interesting.
Ooh, here. Oh wait, I'm not max speed. Let's see. Ooh, if he was Jolly, Unburdened Hawlucha, he outspeeds Colossal. Which is
All right.
Wait, does he? Yeah, he does.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, I guess we can move on to the next game then. We have Will versus Mac, and then Mac attack, bringing it back, kind of just going nutty. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, just kind of messed with Will. Just messed him up real bad. getting off that Trick Room. Woo-wee.
Or Beetle coming big.
It's hard to mitigate that.
Honestly, after like the first turn, I was like, oh, this game could be over because man Will had balls. Be up in front of a Clefairy? I mean, fair enough, but props to Mac, honestly. Like,
I mean, he just kind of, after Trick Room was set up, it's just a colossal show, you know? It's just straight up not having a good time. By not having a good time, I mean Will's team.
My favorite thing was Will in the chat saying that he needs to study in the mountains with me. We're talking about using Encore. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now? Jesus.
Yeah, what happened there?
That's why it sounded so good. That's why I was like, this is music to my ears. Oh, man.
My internet just had like a seizure real quick. But I am back. Let's go.
Anyway, that's all for the NDA podcast now.
Yeah, I think I'm done, guys.
Did we move on? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, we're on the Will Mac game. Where the Mac strikes back.
Right.
The Mac attack is back.
Yeah. I love I don't know, Mac just played really well.
His internet went out again. Let's go! That's what we've been waiting for!
Yeah, Mac did.
Wild.
Wild. Very wild, Kev. Very wild.
It's insanely wild, Kevin.
What do you mean?
Oh, you're
you cut out. You said, "Oh, Mac Heat," and then cut out, and then all we heard in like 10 seconds was wild.
God, bro, hold on a sec.
What's happening there? I'm keeping this in. This is funny. I'm keeping this in.
Oh, he's back.
Is he back?
I'm back.
No.
What do you mean, oh?
Oh, this is so scuffed already, but I don't even care.
Now two of us are on our phones.
Let's go.
On my laptop, because my computer and my internet is actually good. Maybe you guys should step up.
The McDonald's that I get my internet from isn't having a good day, apparently.
I'm just hoping, honestly, that Craig picks up you after going on your phone and after leaving and stuff and praying. If not, y'all can record this tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus God.
Anyway,
what I said was, it was pretty ballsy of Will to just click beat up into right in front of the Clefairy. That was pretty bold.
It's pretty wild, right? That's what you're saying? It was wild?
It was wild. Yeah, it was definitely wild.
No, but I mean, Mac had a very interesting set come out from the Colossal. I mean, pretty tanky, not steam engine, so the water shuriken from the Accelgor didn't set off the speeds that it would start going last in Trick Room, which was pretty cool to see. I'm assuming then it was probably flash fire in case a fire type move were to hit it.
Yeah, I think it was probably for the Shandy, right? That would make sense.
Yeah.
Switch it in.
Body. I don't think Flame Body would make as much sense. I mean, it would if it worked, but you have a Guts Obstagoon that could be coming out. I'm not sure if it's the best. It's more situational than just overall good, like a blanket good. It's just more of a in this situation type deal.
Yeah.
Colossal did major work. The Orbeetle just being able to guarantee Trick Room essentially was absolutely clutch. I think that Orbeetle set paired with the Clefairy is one of the hardest things that you have to deal with to try to avoid Trick Room from being set up. You really need to be able to hit Clefairy hard, and you need to be able to somehow stop Orbeetle. So you need like a fake out user and a very strong steel type just to mitigate that Trick Room threat. Your only other option is having a better Trick Room threat than what Mac has to offer, and he has a freaking Snorlax, so good luck.
See, the problem is, I think if you take out the Clefairy turn 1, and he's able to get off Trick Room, that puts you in a worse spot because he's able to bring in one of his Trick Room sweepers at a turn earlier than it would normally.
I mean, like, I feel like it's the three thing you do is like fake out and taunt, or fake out and imprison. That's like,
Yeah, I think the imprison is probably the best way to go about it.
yeah, like that's the only plausible way really that you can stop him, or you can just try and kill him. But again, I don't know how bulky that thing is.
Yeah, very, very bulky. So, I mean, just really, really good good plays from Mac. Will really couldn't do much about it. He had his strategy of the Lucario, and it just didn't work. And that's fine. And game 2, it just didn't go Will's way either. I mean, Snorlax lived on like 2 HP. Colossal also lived on 2 HP. And they were able to take out the Lucario after that. So, I mean, who knows what happens if they both just go bye-bye. Actually, I know exactly what happens. Mac loses, but Clutch lives. Good
Mac
EV.
he also threw at that end game when he protected with Colossal and Trick Room to Orbeetle, because that Obstagoon was +1 and then also had Guts. Like, if he just targeted Orbeetle, man, it was GG's. Absolutely GG's. Because I don't think it was Focus Sash.
No, he said in the chat that it wasn't Focus Sash. I'm assuming it was Mental Herb then, to avoid any sort of taunt like afterwards.
Yeah, that's what I would assume.
Yeah, GG's to Mac. That was pretty nice set to watch. Sorry to Will, because this season just hasn't been going his way. I mean, we're used to a very, very good battling Will, and it's not like he has been battling good. It's just everyone else has picked up their level intensely, and now it's just way more competitive, and it's hard to get points in this league. I mean, that's just how it is.
It's got to a stage now where losing 2-1 isn't that bad. It's like
we take those points.
I feel like I do that a lot.
Yeah, I'll take them points.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, listen, if you're gonna lose, you might as well take a point from it. Not only are you getting a point for yourself, but you're mitigating a point your opponent gets.
Yeah, fact.
But
yeah, I think we can move on. You might not say.
Oh no, we got the Germ game. The Germ game.
This is the best game of the week, dude. Oh my lord.
And it's nothing against your boy. It's just Germ Appreciation Week right now.
I mean, how can you not, man? Germ
had 0 wins going into this game, and now he comes out with 1. It's a big moment, okay?
And your boy was undefeated.
Yeah, it was 0-4 against 4-0, and we saw the Cinderella story happen. 1 seed against 16 seed, Cinderella story, March Madness, all that shit. It was just, it was poetic. So good.
I mean, just Germ played unbelievable. It was actually really amazing to see. He won game 1 just by good positioning. Vaporeon put in work.
The Vaporeon switch-ins were very, very clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very clutch. Like the turn 1, to be able to do that, I mean, was a really solid play on his part. Because if he gets it wrong, I mean, that's gonna feel real bad. So, and then the T-Waves just putting in the work. Yeah, I mean, game 1 was pretty solid. It's Hyper Voice. Literally, Vaporeon Hyper Voice the movie. I hate saying that again. I hate saying the movie, but like it really was. That's really like the thing he clicked the most. So, also just paralysis is going into Blastoise probably like really mitigated any sort of comeback potential from your boy. So.
Yeah, he also showed that it's possible to beat a Blastoise who, in theory, has a insane matchup against him.
Well, that's something to keep in mind, It's something to keep in mind, Maybe Blastoise isn't the play, even though it looks like absolutely it should be. You just have to be very, very, very careful. And maybe you do a prankster, ability swap. You give Vaporeon prankster, and then you take the water absorb for yourself. That's always a possibility.
Kind of
So
like what your boy did with Ditto, and just
yeah,
swapped into. He sent out Cinderace, baited the water move, and then bam, went right into Ditto. It was actually really cool.
yeah.
But Hyper Voice times Parahacks really won Germ game 1, and then let's talk about game 2. Very, very.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're rooting for Germ here, maybe we don't talk about game 2.
We're a neutral podcast over here. Basically, Swoobat, the movie.
I'll vomit. I'll vomit all over the place. Swoobat shouldn't be allowed to do anything good. Because that thing also had a Keyberry. Why are we seeing 2 Keyberries this week? That's what I'm confused on. But yeah, Swoobat had, I don't know, had a good matchup, I guess.
Yeah, against Germ's lead, it was in a really good spot to just click the simple shenanigans. I mean, he didn't have the rock slide pressure. I mean, he did, but it was from a Hitmontop who, Swoobat just obliterates. So, redirection, simple Swoobat, man. If you sleep on it, it will get you. But I think your boy's issue was Germ he lost 4-0 to the Swoobat. He saw what it did, and game 3 he adjusted for it. I think if your boy went back to the Blastoise rather than back to Swoobat again, he might have been in a better spot, but he rode with Swoobat and won Rock Slide, and it was done. It ignored all redirection shenanigans.
Yeah, the Rock Slide just absolutely destroyed. Now, I don't know if he was Sand Rush or Sand Force or Mold Breaker. I wasn't paying attention. It's not Mold Breaker. I don't know if it was Sand Rush or Sand Force, but Sand Force might have been the difference. But Swoobat is also very frail.
Yeah, it's not very bulky, to be fair to Swoobat.
So, it did die in one go around to the Rock Slide. So that was a little unfortunate for your boy, but I mean, it is what it is. And then game 3, after that, Hyper Voice the movie. I'm gonna stop saying that because it actually pisses me off that it's been said 4 or 5 times already, and it's not very original. But Hyper Voice just went in, just literally just spam pressing Hyper Voice, just chipping everything down a lot. It worked. It worked out really nicely, and I mean, you can't be too upset about it.
Yeah, very true. We can very quickly, because our boy Wex must leave, talk about your guys' match. So you guys have your words before Wex leaves us.
Facts.
Well, Wex cheated. He knew exactly what I was gonna do, and it's not fair. No. So for me and Wex's match, I was preparing for like a Duraludon, and then I wasn't really preparing hard for Raichu. I knew Lightning Rod was going to be a thing if he wanted to bring it. I knew it was going to be pretty solid. I knew as a fake out user it would have been faster than my Meowstic, but I wasn't sure how quickly he'd be willing to bring that. Because it is fairly frail and it doesn't really tank a lot of hits, so I wasn't sure how willing he was going to be in that commitment. But it did come, and it did kind of ruin my plans and made me have to rethink everything. Game 1 and Game 2. Game 3, I made the adjustment that I just gotta single target this thing and just make sure it's gone. I don't really care what else happens, but this thing needs to be gone so that Togedemaru can go in with my lead with Blastoise. And I did that. Unfortunately, we got to this one very vital turn where I probably should have just clicked Freeze Dry into the Ludicolo. but
Yeah.
I was like, nah, he knows that it probably dies, so there's good reason that he'd want to protect there, and if I protect there and he goes Flare Blitz into the Arctozolt, then I probably just straight up lose. Needless to say, I think I had more options to lose at that point than to win, even though I thought I had a fairly good uh, like set of turns and set of moves before that. And it just didn't go my way. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's the game we play. If I get it right, I win 4-1. If I get it wrong, I lose 2-4, and I lost 2-4. And that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, I mean, my strategy was Ludicolo and or Absorb Bull, Ludicolo, and Surf Raichu to set it off, get a special attack boost. Because with that, if I max, I kill Blastoise under Light Screen. If you don't max, if you go for like a Shell Smash or something like that. That was my thinking. And I opted for a slower Drapion in the end. A more bulkier one, just because I was worried about Aromatisse Trick Room, and in game 2 it kind of worked in my favor. Drapion was really good actually. Bit of an underdog for me in this match. But yeah,
Drapion, I think the big thing with Drapion is the fact of how bulky it was. I was able to tank some G-Max cannonades from it. I was kind of surprised it was taking so little damage.
I mean, it was either be faster and just try and let things off, but I was like, me and Ryder talked about this. Ryder helped me a lot with this match, I won't lie.
Which is probably why I lost, but continue.
But it was either go bulky and slow for Trick Room, or just try and kill it straight away before it's in the Trick Room. I opted for the slower one just in case you'd already set it up at that point. And also, you didn't see it, but my Sigilyph set was in prison and stuff like that. But my original Sigilyph set was some heat. I won't say but my Sigilyph set was heat.
Don't want to reveal the heat for later.
I won't, just in case it happens again.
Sigilyph was appreciated.
Not heat. But yeah, I was heavy into going against Blastoise, so that was my real threat. Special Arctozolt was something I wasn't really prepared for, because I was like, well, I'm just going to run Intimidate, and then that's just going to nullify it a lot. But yeah,
without the freeze dry, I think Ludicolo ran crazy.
Yeah,
it was a huge necessity break rather than a tech.
And I know Duraludon was there, but I just didn't feel confident in it this week. I don't really know why.
It's really strong. I mean, the problem is it doesn't really hit me super hard, even though the Max Lightning does. I mean, Duraludon has great special attack, don't get me wrong, but it's not stab. So I think opting for the Ludicolo, especially with the Absorb Bulb, was probably the way to go.
Yeah, it was. And originally I tried out things with specs and stuff like that, but it just wasn't worth it. And having Protect was way more valuable. Having Protect on that, having Protect on Arcanine, it was just overall better in my opinion.
Yeah, the Arcanine did a lot more work than I thought it would in front of the Blastoise.
Yeah. And plus,
were you Pasho Berry?
What was I? I was.
No, you were a Healing Berry, like Figgy.
Yeah,
no,
Citrus.
Citrus.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just because I knew I could take one hit, so I just wanted to be able to take a single hit and be able to still live more so Nathan, rather than just gamble on Shuka or Pasho. That was my only real, what's the word? Threat, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was our game. GG's, Wex. It's always a pleasure.
But yeah, I have to go. So, you might hear little voice recordings of me later during predictions. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching from my part, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys next week. Peace.
Bye, Wags.
And he's out. It's because he hates us. All right, now we really get to the real discussion. So blondes or brunettes? I believe blondes. You believe brunettes. And this is where we don't.
This is where Wex needs to be here to be the moderator.
Well, because obviously blondes are better. I don't know why people say brunettes, but I think people are just mind controlled by like the U.S. government in some way, where it makes them believe brunettes are better. And I just
Yeah,
don't
I think you're more mainstream, bro. I think you're controlled by the government.
You think blondes are mainstream?
Yeah, dude.
Nah, bro. Nah.
I feel like
there's more people wanting to be blonde than wanting to be brunette. How many people with brunette hair or black hair go to the hairstylist and say, I want to get my hair with blonde highlights?
bro, it's the other way around too.
No.
Dude, this is just the female race we're talking about here. They can't they all have to change constantly. They can't just stay in this little where they're at. They gotta do something to keep things interesting. And bro, they all change their hair constantly.
No, but like they all want to, like at least once in their lives, they've all either thought about it or did it. They changed their hair to blonde. No one wants to go to brunette. No one gives.
I've seen plenty of people. I've seen plenty of people go dark. Plenty of people go dark.
They go black hair. They go black hair because there's
no such thing as black hair. It's just dark brown.
Oh my god! But that's not brunette.
They still go darker. That doesn't argue which girls are more attractive.
Oh my god. Well, obviously, blonde girls do it better anyway. So.
Stop the cap.
It's not cap. It's not cap. It's not cap. What? Let me ask you this: what color hair does Margot Robbie have?
Beautiful blonde hair.
Oh, okay. What color hair does Livy Dunn have?
She's like a mix. Her hair it is probably more blonde though.
Well, yeah, because guess what? She wants to be blonde. And then what color hair does Madeline Klein have?
Who?
Wow, that's disrespectful. Don't you ever disrespect my wife. Don't you ever say that ever again. Anyway. No, but blondes are better, and that's that. I'm not going to take any sort of resistance on that, any sort of pushback, because it's not valid. It's null and void. Anyway, so we should probably get into the week 6 predictions.
Yeah, they're probably sick of us debating this, just because they already know that brunettes is the answer, and they're just tired of hearing your arguments at this point.
I'm gonna shove 2 fingers down my throat and vomit on my fucking laptop, making everything short circuit. If you say that one more fucking time, I'm not even joking. Like, this is ridiculous.
Oh man.
Anyway, now that we're back from Wex giving his prediction on what he thinks are better, blondes or brunettes, we should probably get into the week 6 matchups. So first and foremost, we have you versus Ryder. This is a hot matchup here. This is a big old rematch, and I'm gonna be honest, don't know who I want to take here.
Honestly, don't take me. I say that and then I'll win, but honestly, don't take me.
Okay. I'll take Ryder 2-1. You said not to, so.
Yeah, I mean it's tough out here, man. It is really tough out here. I don't know. The matchup doesn't seem to be like that not in my favor. It's also Ryder, and he's been on a tear, and I haven't been. So as much as a lot of it is matchup, there is some real world competition aspects. There is some momentum and form involved here for sure. I mean, I'll back myself as we do on this channel, but I'm not overly confident. I'll say 2-1 myself.
Okay, I think that's fair. So I guess now we can move on to the next one.
Did you say what did you say?
Well, I said Ryder 2-1.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay. Yeah, we can.
I think that's I'm trying to be accurate this week. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, no, 2-0 this person, 2-0 this person, because I'm always wrong.
We had a bad week last week.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there was a ton of upsets and shenanigans going on last week. So
a lot of people who didn't have a win got their first, and it was just
the betting man has to support the guy that's 4-0 in those situations, as we do over here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he's 5-0 now.
Ryder is, yeah. I mean, we supported your boy, and
Right.
Ryder was the only lock that we had. That was our only points for predictions.
Why not? All right, so moving on, we have Moss Deep City Mudkips, the London Lichen Rocks. We have
Swamp
Swamp
versus
versus
Gummy?
Gummy, the
Ooh.
Gumster.
Do we ride the Gummy momentum? Or because he's not playing me, does he fold? I mean,
You know what? I think Gummy actually has a decent matchup here.
Do you want to set Trick Room for the Torkoal? He also picked up Araquanid right before his Trick Room matchup. That's kind of funny. Oh, man.
He's really playing it week by week. But, I mean
Araquanid doesn't do too much here. I mean, it's not, like, bad, but it's also, like, nothing crazy.
Yeah. Well, maybe we see another Iron Ball Crawdon to try and hit in the Torkoal. I mean, definitely doesn't work this time around. Probably.
I don't even think Iron Ball Crawdon outspeeds.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
He might need Iron Ball Wishy-Washy for a speed tie.
Yeah. Listen, I think Torkoal, if you can get that thing into Trick Room, is way better than anything that Swamp has, because with Torkoal, you have access to Solar Beam. That's going to hit Golurk. It's going to hit Wishy-Washy. It's going to hit Crawdon. You can take hits from Hatterene because it doesn't have anything to hit you super effective with, right? Like, you can do a lot with Torkoal and Trick Room as your max option. I think that's probably what he's going to be leaning towards. So if I was Swamp to try and mitigate that, I'm not even sure if I'd go Trick Room. I'm not even sure if that would be my thing. But outside of Trick Room, Gummy still has
loses. Yeah, I think he still loses outside. Like, Venusaur wins outside of Trick Room, so like it's actually.
The sun is up, yeah. And then
really
you have Butterfree G-Max. Like, that's also, you have redirection there. So you can even protect the Torkoal pretty easily. It's like G-Max as well, so you get the what's the move?
Vine Lash?
No.
Hatterene? I forget what it's called, but it confuses things.
No, not G-Max Smite, it's Butterfree one.
Oh, it just statuses everyone. I forget what the hell it's called.
Isn't it random too?
Yeah, you could sleep, poison, or para.
So if you get some sleeps off, oof, that'd be rough.
I forget what the hell their moves are called. It's such a one you just don't see that often.
Yeah.
Let's see. Befuddle,
yeah.
There you go. What the hell? I forget what Hatterene is called too.
No, it's G-Max Smite.
Oh, Smite, right.
Glad to see you listen to me, God. No, but I think Gummy could have a really good matchup here, but I'm gonna respect Swamp and still say 2-1 Gummy. I think Swamp can definitely get a win off of Gummy. I think Gummy is, as we've seen this season, he's been prone to make that one-turn mistake and then lose all of his momentum, like you were saying. So I think Gummy on paper has a better matchup and probably can do more things with his team inside of Trick Room and outside of it. But at the same time, I think, okay, for example, he could run Iron Ball, Araquanid, and Max, stab Max Bug into things to really mitigate damage. I think that could be a possibility. That could be an easy play for him. Or he just goes base speed and just says, screw it. Because that would hit into a lot of things for him. And what can he really hit you with except for like a Hatterene with I think he gets a Max Lightning, no?
Hatterene? I don't think so.
Oh, well, it gets a Max Grass. So I don't know. I think he has a decent matchup this week. I'm gonna take 2-1 Gummy.
I think Purloin comes this week. I think like my Riolu, Purloin can control Rain. Can also do some other shenanigans. Does Gummy just bring Quick Attack, Jolteon, and Venusaur to stop Copycat Purloin?
Well, no, because I think you'd want, if you're Gummy, you accept the Trick Room and you.
Yeah. Well, I can see Jolteon and Venusaur putting in work again if no Trick Room goes up. Jolteon gets Sunny Day. You stop the Copycat. Venusaur put in work. It could work again. I think maybe a Silvally Steel type this week, maybe to deal with Mimikyu Hatterene. That could be cool. Araquanid's going to be I think Araquanid is an interesting add to this team. I don't in Sun. Obviously, I guess you don't bring it with Torkoal, but like And like this matchup, you kind of want both of them because of their speed tiers. So it's gonna be interesting. I'll ride the Gummy train with you as well, though. I'll say 2-1 Gummy.
All right. All right. Your boy is not getting the love this week. Damn. I mean, it'd be like that sometimes, though. It do.
I'm Swamp, bro.
Oh, whoops.
Wrong new coach, homie. Come on now.
I'm still learning. It's also very early in the morning, so give me a break. Then we have Rhyme City Ride-Ons and Chicago White Swadloons, Mal versus Griff.
Oh, this is a big game.
This is a big game. Yeah, for the play-in spots for sure. This has all the
Yeah, we're getting to the point of the season where these games are big.
Yeah, and even taking 1 point off, like getting it to 3 sets, is probably even beneficial because, like we were saying earlier, there's no clear-cut like bottom tier teams because number 4 team and the number 14 team are separated by 4 points total, right? So as long as you can get those wins, which is really what it's going to come down to, those win totals, like the points don't matter as much. So like I just completely nixed out what I was trying to say by saying that. But you understand what I'm saying. It's very close. It's a very tight contention.
Yeah.
Because you have the top 3, which is Ryder, your boy, and Mao. Or not Mao, Quartz. Right? You have those top 4. And then outside of that, anybody could drop. Anybody could still drop. If you have 3 wins, more likely you're not going to. But anybody could drop. So this is the point of the season where it's like, all right, get your wins, get your points, because guess what? You don't have as many games, you don't have as much leeway as maybe you once thought. We're halfway through the season. Everyone's seen everyone's team. Everyone knows what's possibly coming. You pull out your tricks that you can to try and make it into at least into the play-in games. So at least you give yourself a chance there. But yeah, but back to the matchup, I would say. I'm not sure who has a better matchup.
So I think Sneasel Colossal is probably his answer again here. But I don't think Colossal, even with a weakness policy, can one-shot a max Prim. I don't think it can. Prim has really good special defense. And Colossal could go physical, but then even then it doesn't get like the solar beam or anything to hit the Primarina, you know? So I think a Dynamax Primarina might win Mal this game. I don't really like, cause like, yeah, he has Gastrodon to support Colossal from the water moves, but like on turn 1 when you want to get off the Surf, I mean maybe Gastrodon gets like freaking, maybe he clicks Surf with Gastrodon, who knows? But
that could work. That would be a very strong Surf, but
yeah.
I think the Sneasel is definitely the better option since it doesn't have any special attack.
Yeah, I mean, in most situations, Sneasel is definitely the better option. I just don't know, because, like, yeah, you get off the weakness policy Steam Engine, but, like, if you don't kill Prim on turn 1, like, he can just, like, fire off a max Hydro Cannon, max Geyser, and Colossal's not living it with any amount of investment. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
that's true.
Prim just has to live turn 1, and he can't switch in Gastrodon. And then from there, Prim gets grass coverage, and it gets things for fairy coverage for Goodra. Like, it gets tings. I think if Mao can support Prim very good this week, Mao wins. So I'll say 2-1 Mao.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Griff, and here's why. I think Oranguru could actually be super clutch this week. If you can set off Trick Room against Mao's team, you're in a really good spot. Because his lowest speed tier is 40, and that's on a C tier Ride-On. Ride on these nuts. But anyway, you get the advantage very handily in the speed department. Because Colossal, Gastrodon, Vileplume, Wobbuffet, Mawile, like all these Mons are much slower than anything else he has on this team. So, like a max Vileplume could be pretty clutch this week. Like a max Gastrodon, I mean, we can't sleep on that. Hell, max Oranguru, who's gonna really see that coming? I mean, it's what, a normal Psychic type?
Yeah.
So So what is Aegislash doing? Nothing.
Nothing. They got
So-
Weavile though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But do you bring a Weavile to a potential Trick Room battle? I don't know if you do. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna say 2-1 Griff. I think I ride the wave here.
You riding the wave?
We ride.
All
Broncos
right.
country. Let's ride. Broncos
Alright.
country. Let's ride.
And what is our next game then?
So we have Mac versus Quartz.
Mac
Beast
versus
versus
Quartz.
and it's State Gravel Rocks. Um,
Both of these coaches coming off another win.
yeah, Mac's looking a lot more impressive than Quartz is, if I have to be honest. I like the Trick Room there. I think it was really, really, really good. Now the
Well,
problem is,
Quartz is 4-1, my guy. That is quite impressive this season.
no, I just meant like the last win. I think Mac's gameplay was just like a lot. It felt more unbeatable, if that makes sense. It felt more, you can't do anything about that.
Gotcha.
So, let's look at this. So,
What do we see here?
you see a steel. I mean, Corviknight. I mean, yeah, it counts. It does count as a steel type. It doesn't really feel like a very offensive one for the Clefairy. Snorlax could be big. Thick, fat. A max Snorlax with a Trick Room setup could be interesting. I don't know. What are you seeing?
Well, I don't like Rain this week. I think Quartz has the answers to Rain. I think Manectric, Trevenant, Lapras, I think he brings them a lot, and I don't think Rain is really that good. I mean, to be fair, Fast Seismitoad could do alright. Honestly, he could just go Rain. I mean, if you go Pelipper, Seismitoad, you can handle Charizard, you can handle Corviknight a bit, but like even his options to hit the Rain team, like Pelipper outspeeds Trevenant, Trevenant dies to a Hurricane, and in Rain, you just click Max Quake into Manectric and it's dead, and you get Power Whip for Lapras. Rain could work this week. Could work.
Yeah, I think it could. I think Trick Room also could work for Mal, or not Mal, Mac, different M. I'm rough this morning. Please give me a break. Appleton, I think might have outside of the Corviknight.
And the I mean, it does resist Charizard. Thick Fat does actually resist fire.
So it's not awful. The Trick Room options here, and obviously he has mons that are much slower than Quartz's mons.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always an option. Maybe a Behemoth in prison to avoid that sort of shenanigans, since we just saw it last week, might be a lead that Quartz wants to go with just to ensure that Trick Room doesn't get set up.
I think Colossal looks really good again. Like it hits Corviknight and Charizard with those like rock fire moves.
Yeah, and then it does get a max overgrowth for the Lapras. So
yeah, I mean Lapras is weak to rock. Like
yeah, that's even better.
Friggin' the only thing is like Como. That's the only thing I can't really get a read on how well it's gonna do or how well it isn't gonna do.
Yeah, but you get anything with like Clefairy, you give that thing a dazzling gleam, that's still gonna do like over
offensive Clefairy this week.
Huh?
I said offensive Clefairy this week. That'll be interesting.
Well, no, just holding a D gleam in general could be something.
But I think Mac has the overall advantage whether he goes Trick Room or Rain. I think he could do big things. So I'll say 2-1 Mac.
I'll say. Did I say anything yet?
You have not given a prediction. Are you back in 4-1 Quartz? Or are you going back?
I'm gonna back Quartz here. I think this is a logical decision. I want to say Mac because on paper he could have a better matchup, especially with the variety in the speed tiers and the water option. But Quartz always has something up his sleeve, so I'll give Max some credit because I think he's coming into form now. But I'll say 2-1 Quartz. A lot of 2-1s. 2-1 Quartz.
All right. What is our next game up on the dock?
Next game, we have ya boy versus Riolu. We have Denver Numels versus Maine Mudkips. I don't know how this one's gonna go. I really don't. Like, just looking at the teams straight up, I think ya boy might have a bit of an edge over Riolu. Because he has Clefable for redirection, to counter the redirection from Indeedee Hatterene. He also has a Grimmsnarl, which makes it hard for Indeedee and Hatterene to really work as good as you'd want. So you really can't do that. I don't think Trick Room would be. I don't think Trick Room is going to be a play here for him. But who knows? Maybe it's
This might be another Gmax Chungachu week, bro. I mean, we saw Chungachu one-shot my Grimmsnarl with Gmax Steel Spike from Iron Tail. It covers Blastoise. Probably does a crap. And I like the paras that it brings as well. I think the speed control with the paras is actually really big. Chungachu looks really good here, actually. It'd be interesting to see if, like, maybe Sea King comes this week. Or the Runerigus.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Runerigus looks actually pretty good here.
Max Rune?
Yeah, like the ground and ghost is actually not bad. Like, obviously, if you get rid of Indeedee, the ghost moves kind of go ham. And ground, get the special defense boosts and deal with Chungachu. Deals with Salazzle. Honestly, ooh, I like the Rune, and I like the Chungachu. This is gonna be an interesting one. I don't know where to call it.
Yeah, no, like I was saying, I don't know how this one's gonna go.
This could, like, just based on matchup and unpredictability, maybe not that we're really doing it anymore, but this might be my quote-unquote game of the week. I don't know. I don't know who to back here. I feel like this is tough.
Yeah, no, I feel like this is a close one. Maybe there's some sort of thing we're not seeing, but
I'm gonna go 2-1 Riolu, I think. But it's gonna be close.
I'm gonna be bold. I'll say 2 over Riolu.
2-0, wow.
Yeah.
We're back in our last week's podcast guest. English is hard. All right, we got 2 more, I believe, right?
2. Yeah, 2 more. We have Wex versus Will. Leinster Leafeons versus Ulster and Solrox.
Dude, Wex can't back Will this week. What's Will gonna do? Oh no.
Wex still backs Will, throws the game. Is it really?
In a shock of turn of events, Wex still backs Will.
No, I think.
What's Will doing to Lapras?
Well, he has a Lucario. He could just beat up Lucario again.
Can Wex stop beat up? He's got Intimidate. He's got Intimidate, and he's got Fake Out. He does have Fake Out.
Yeah, double protect first turn, and then you go ahead and you max.
He does outspeed, you know, like Doug Trio, Arcanine. They both outspeed the Lucario. That could be a way to get around it. You could just double target it.
That's no fun. Don't be smart with that kind of stuff. That's no fun.
Yeah, I mean, beat up into a move into Lapras would be kind of scary. Lucario does look decent here, other than Arcanine. So, that is a move. Chandelure does get Infiltrator, but like I don't really know how much it wants to take a Max Geyser. It does get them coverage options, so we could see like some fake tier shenanigans again. Who knows? I think Horus is really bad. Unless he gets up Trick Room, but then I still don't really like it.
I feel like Horse always bad.
Horse has not been good.
Ever since Quartz used it, I think season 2. It's
It was
just
It was
hasn't hit
three.
the
I
game.
think he had a 3 against me as well.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think he had it against me. He
My
didn't bring
Trick Room,
it.
it used
But...
to be it used to be S tier. No.
No, it was B. He had a S tier Celesteela and B tier, A tier horse. Put in work.
Yeah.
But yeah, horse hasn't really got to play much this season. I feel like a ton of our teams have just good water types. Like it's just hard to bring horse.
It really is. It really is. I mean, if you're not getting some sort of speed advantage with Trick Room or any sort of good matchups here, it's really hard for these. And it's funny too. I feel like it's hard to bring these ground types, like especially pure ground types. It's hard to bring them on good conscience against most, if not all, teams because of the insane water type threats that are usually present. But then again, I'm pretty sure the leading kill move is Max Quake.
Do be Max Quake, but like
So
I
it's
think
that
like Ryder was saying, you know, so many mons get Quake coverage.
yeah.
Like they get some sort of ground move in their arsenal that it's just. And the second move is Steel Spike. Like getting those ground and steel type coverage moves into max moves to get those defense boosts is just so valuable. And when they're high powered as they are through Dynamax, like they're just gonna get kills.
Yeah.
It's just how it be, how it do.
It's true. But
I think I'll say 2-1 Wex. I think Will's gonna have to put in some crazy work to just outposition Wex this game. I think Wex, like we've been saying all season, Wex has maybe the best team in the league, and like I think the matchup kind of suits him here a little bit.
I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna say 2-0 Will.
2-0 Will.
Yeah.
That is very bold.
Yeah, I think Whimsicott's Bay. I think that's what's gonna happen.
You're just supporting the buttons, dude. God damn it.
What? Is that so wrong?
It is so wrong.
You know what? I bet you Wex backs Will as well. I bet you he does.
Wex always backs Will.
Exactly. So he's not gonna change this week, and I'm gonna back Wex by backing Will. End of story. I'm literally just backing both teams at this point. So case closed.
Win-win.
Yeah, 2-0 Will.
I don't know if Wex would have said 2-0 Will, but we'll see.
Maybe 2-1. But
next we get the battle of the J Boys, Justin versus Germ.
Well,
how you feeling? Tired? Feeling tired?
Past my bedtime. That was not planned, by the way. I wasn't trying to make fun of your team, Germ. But I do think I have a pretty solid matchup this week. I have a G-Max Blastoise into a Sand.
You have a G-Max Blastoise?
I have a G-Max Blastoise.
Dude, you want to use it? Have you used it at all this season?
I don't think I have. I think I might need to pull it out for this game. It's been my pocket pick for sure. I just haven't had a real good chance to really show it. No, but I think this week
just a casual 19 kills at the top of the leaderboard.
I mean, I'm still 2-3, so does it really matter who's at the top of the kill leaderboard?
No, it absolutely doesn't.
Yeah. It just shows I have no variety with my team, and the only thing I trust is Blastoise. But that's
you know who doesn't have any mons at the top of the leaderboard? Ryder. You know what position Ryder's in?
Yeah, I guess that's true. I said Germ, but he has Excadrill at 5.
Yeah, Excadrill, Doobie. He doobie-in.
No, I think So I have 19 with Blastoise, and then my next highest. Hold on, I'm still scrolling.
It's probably Delmise.
I'm still scrolling. It's Arctozolt with 4.
Oh my god, Delmise doesn't have more than 4 kills.
Hold on, I'm just gonna double check this to make sure I'm not tripping. Yep, Delmise has 3.
Jeez.
Turt has 3. Arctozolt has 4. Rapidash has 2. Listen, it's not like
you maxed it.
It's not like
the
I
one
don't
week you maxed it, it only got 2 kills.
But listen, it's not like I don't bring my other mons. I think the only thing I haven't brought in team preview. Actually, no, I brought everything.
I think you brought everything.
The only thing I haven't brought in the game is Quagsire and Dugtrio Alola. It's just hard to bring Quagsire when my max mon that I've been doing the most with is Blastoise, and people are usually going to bring a grass-type move because of Togedemaru threat with Lightning Rod. So it's hard to bring a Quagsire into that matchup with good conscience because it just won't work, usually.
Maybe a transactions in order.
Maybe I need a new C tier there. I just don't know what else to pick, if I'm being honest. So, I mean, leave your suggestions down below what I should leave your comment down below and tell me what C tier I need to pick up. Maybe through trade or by transaction, by free agency pickup. So, 4 is my next highest, which I think is fucking criminal because I feel like I do have a good team. I feel like my team is pretty decent, but
I don't think it's really changing anytime soon because I see a Sand team, and then I see a G-Max Blast.
yeah. G-Max Blastoise does look really, really good here. So I'm not going to say a whole too much on what my plans are because I do have a team built. It is Tuesday morning. I finished it last night, so Monday night. So I do have my team fully built. I'm just waiting for Germ not to be scared and to answer me back.
Ooh.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, Rapidash doesn't do anything. I can hit super effective into Decidueye. I hit hard into obviously Excadrill, Togekiss, Hippowdon. I'm not surprised if I see a Hitmon top with Assault Vest here. I think that could be good with Fake Out and maybe a Triple Axle and Close Combat, that sort of thing. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the bring. Flapple G-Max could also be a bring with the grass typing and Decidueye as well. Vaporeon with the water absorb.
Hyper Voice, Vaporeon, the movie.
Can you stop saying that, by the way?
That's the theme of the theme of today's episode. The movie.
Oh my god, I hate that terminology. But no, I think Vaporeon probably looks good on if you want to avoid Blastoise doing hella damage. So does Decidueye. So
I mean, you do have a Decidueye and a Togedemaru. And Togedemaru. So it's tough. I think I'll say. Do I back you, Justin? Do I back you?
Do whatever you feels right. I'm not gonna sway you one way or the other.
Whatever feels right is a Germ support train. But is that the correct decision? I'll say 2-1 Justin.
I'm gonna say 2-0 me because I backed myself, obviously.
We back ourselves on this podcast unless you're Wex playing Will, because Wex always backs Will.
Yeah. No, I just think G-Max Blastoise looks good into Sand Team. I mean, that's really all you need to know because, I mean, Excadrill can't hit me super effective. Neither can Hippowdon, so good luck trying to kill me. I mean, the residual from a potential Cannonade is pretty strong.
Do be doing that.
I have a bunch of different options here, so it's just going to be which one do I go with and how can I use that to my benefit. So, yeah, I think 2-0 me. I think I have a really, really good chance here. To get a 3 points just based off of the matchup and what I'm planning to do, off of what I think Germ is going to do. So, with that being said, I think that ends the podcast for us. I think that's it. That's all the matchups.
We have covered it all today. Yeah, lead us out, sir.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to the NDA podcast. Thank you so much to my co-hosts Kevin and Wex, even though Wex is not here to be in person to do this outro. And now we're back from Wex cutting out a clip and him talking.
Maybe.
It probably. Or he just lets me talk and just make me sound like an idiot. Probably that one too. I feel like that's more Wex's speed. And then he cuts out now and he's like, no, you're just an idiot. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. And we'll be back next week where we talk about the Week 6 matchups and we go over the Week 7 predictions that we will have for the week to come. So thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace.